Hello everybody, welcome back to another day of Vlogmas. I am so excited for today's video. I am going to be going through my 2025 booktube and reading goals. I wanted to combine both of them because they're kind of interlinked, I guess. And I'm just so excited for the year ahead and to continue posting on booktube. This last year I've really been consistent and I've been enjoying my time a lot more, and I've really gained an audience and so many friends, and I'm just so grateful for that. And I thank you all so much for being here throughout the last year and plus a little bit extra on the other side of things. But yeah, this was the first year that I really committed to posting a lot, doing a lot of sprints and engaging and interacting with other booktubers and just bookish friends. So it's been so lovely, and I can't wait to do it all again next year, hopefully bigger and better. And I wanted to start, I just wanted to start this by thanking you guys for being here and just being my friend. It just means the world to me, and to talk about something that's so special and my favorite thing ever to do, to talk about that with other people that understand and feel the exact same way, is just something that is so amazing and just the best thing ever. Like, honestly, it's the best thing ever. So I'm so grateful. Could tear up, but I'm not going to because we've got a lot to get into. I think I'm going to start books wise, reading wise, what my main goals are. This year I had my goal for 100 books and I've surpassed this just. I think I'm getting close to 110, but I really want to amp this up next year because there were weeks where I just didn't read much at all and I've just like binge read in other weeks. So I feel like I could space this out a bit better. And I really want to read 150 books. Not sure if I can do that, but I want to try. I want to give it a good go. So we'll see how that one goes. And I really want to read more fantasy because this year I really focused again on romance. Like, there's a little bit of romance, fantasy, romantasy in there amongst that all, but I have the best time when I am reading that stuff. And I think fantasy is that one genre where I don't need the romance in it for me to care. Like, I love fantasy worlds so much, and I really want to get into like Brandon Sanderson and people like that are everyone loves and that I just haven't gotten on the train yet. And I want to get on the train. I want to get on the bandwagon and get to know all of these amazing authors that I haven't been a part of because I've been more focused on the romance side of things. But although I am a romance reader, like I can tell you that much, I am majorly in my romance era. But I just want to like tone it down a little bit and have a little bit of a go at fantasy. I think I realized that thriller is kind of this. There's some that I really love, but then there's others that I just don't care for and I feel sick reading. I don't know, I'm really like a bit gentle. I don't like things too gruesome and gross. But in saying that as well, I do want to start a Stephen King journey. So that's kind of the opposite of what I'm saying. But, you know, maybe horror is the way to go. I just don't like thrillers. I don't know. But yeah, definitely no sci-fi. I do not like sci-fi, and I'm not going to try and force it on myself. Yeah, I just don't think I am in the sci-fi era at all, and I don't think I really ever will be. It's just not for me. Like, I love Star Wars. That's about as sci-fi as I get. Reading 150 books. I want to really not stress myself out, but like, I want to read before bed. It calms me down so much. It makes me so tired, and it's just so much better than looking at my phone, and I sleep so much better. And I've realized that the last few months, I think, especially with my Kindle, I think the Kindle has made the biggest life change for me with going to bed and being able to read, because I can read it and then turn it off and don't have to get up and turn the light off because I have the Kindle and it can light up. So yeah, I think I'm really wanting to make that a routine thing that's part of my everyday routine and just like my nighttime downtime. So yeah, I think that will be really good for me. Next, I want to cut my physical TBR right down. I was getting there. I was really good recently at not buying any books and just reading what was on my shelf on Kindle Unlimited, like, or just on my Kindle or audio from the library, etc. But now, this month alone, I've accumulated a lot of books, and I blame Black Friday and I blame just Christmas. I don't know. I just have accumulated a lot of books and it's not so good. but it's okay. So yeah, I really want to cut down my physical TBR and also focus on catching up with Sarah J Maas. I am still behind. I finished Throne of Glass this year, so that was great, but I really need to catch up with ACOTAR and Crescent City because I don't know how I didn't do that. I was supposed to finish ACOTAR this year, but I really want to restart it, so I need to find the time to do that. And I'm scared with the next book coming out that I need to do that before it comes out because I want to be a part of that. I have really bad FOMO, so I need to get that sorted. And yeah, I think that's something I will try and do right at the beginning of the year so I can smash that out in one go. And yeah, something I also want to start doing is, and I did attempt this a little bit last year, but I didn't really get too far into it. Like I read a little bit here and there, but that's reading more psychology based books, more non-fiction to do with my job, because I am working in a more psychology focused role now, and I want to be able to constantly be learning new things and staying up to date with all the modern findings and research and all of that. So I really want to spend the time finding, like, maybe it's audiobooks, maybe that's the way I need to do it, because I do enjoy reading non-fiction through audio, and I don't get bored as much, but I really want to find some good stuff that can help my job, my work life, and also just like mentally myself. Lastly, is another thing that I would really like, that I have found to be one of the most fun things that I've done this year, is binge read series. Like, I know I said I want to kind of spread them out a little bit more, but binge reading God's Legacy of Gods, Zodiac Academy, Neon Gods, Dark Olympus series, Lore Olympus, the Chestnut Springs, like those types of things, when I binge read them all together, it's just that fun, exciting experience that you don't get if you wait like a long time between books. And I don't know how to explain it, but I know a lot of you will understand what I'm saying. Like, it's just that feeling, if you don't often binge read books, maybe you binge read series, it's just like that constant thinking about it, wanting to go home from work or school and watch that thing or read that thing. Like, I like that all-consuming just obsessiveness. I mean, that kind of sounds unhealthy, but I don't care. I want that. So I'm gonna try and do that more, read more series and finish more series up in one go instead of just like spacing them out, because that's what I did with Throne of Glass. And although I had the best time ever, I feel like it would have been even better if I read it all at once together. So I'm hoping to do that with ACOTAR, so we'll see how we go with that. Kind of all my reading goals, I mean, I have like little ones that I'm sure will pop up in the year, and little things that I find helpful for myself, for my reading and things, but we'll see as we go, so you have to follow along on that journey with me. And then in terms of booktube goals, I am getting closer and closer to hitting 1k, which is basically my ultimate goal. Like, I don't know, that's just like such a big goal for a booktuber and a YouTuber, so you all know that that's what I'm gonna say. But hopefully by the end of next year I can reach 1.5. Hopefully, I'm not sure, but that would be something I'm striving to get towards. And I always want to continue to grow and find more bookish friends, and yeah, like just have fun and just like expand the community in whatever way possible. So I want to do that, and I also want to continue doing more reading sprints and more regular sprints and videos, because I do kind of struggle with being regular and consistent, especially with uni and work and, you know, just wanting to read as well. This year, typically towards the end of the year, I have been much better at being consistent with my videos on my main channel, and also sprints. Like, I have been doing Tuesday sprints every week, and that does help me with my productivity, because instead of being on my day off and just laying around, maybe reading a little bit, doing nothing, you know, I get up, I chat with people, I'm on video, and you can see my physical appearance, and that just makes, like, that's just really good for my mental health. And like, you know, got to get up, get ready, and then we read together, or we be productive and do other things, and it really just helps me mentally, and, you know, it helps with finding new friends on here and new books that I want to read, and just reading in general. So I want to continue doing that, and hopefully do it more regularly, and find a day as my schedule becomes a bit more clear as we move into the new year, because it's a bit crazy and all over the place at the moment, and I'm not really doing too many sprints, but that will definitely change again in the new year once we get there. More collaborations with my friends on here, because that is something that I really enjoyed doing this past year, being in readathons with other people, doing video collabs with other people also was just the best thing ever. Like reading each other's favorite books, picking what books that they want to read, because then you both have that video to watch of each other and you get like an insight into their life. You get to share your favorite books with another person, they get to read your favorites, you get to read their favorites. Like it's just an all-round good time. I would also like to get a bit more creative, and I did say this in my last year's goal video that I wanted to maybe do a readathon or something. I did have something planned, but I'm just not quite ready for it, so I want to think about that, brainstorm a little bit more about it and see how we go with it next year. So I'm not promising anything, but we'll see how we go. It's just that it feels like a lot, and I don't want to be just another readathon in there. I wanted to make it a little bit more me, so we'll see how we go with that thing. But just in general, like editing my videos, I've kind of stuck to the same formula, and like iMovie and whatever, doing bits and pieces as I go, and it's just always been the same. I've kind of changed it up in Bookmas. I've added a little bit more extra stuff, like an intro and that kind of thing. I did do that last year, but so I kind of want to just get like out of my comfort zone, spend a little bit more time learning how to edit. And I love doing thumbnails now. Like I really enjoy that experience and think I'm getting a lot better at it. So I just need to remember to take the photo for it, which is something that I always forget. So maybe that's a goal of mine, to remember to take thumbnail photos, because that sucks when I get to editing and then I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't take a thumbnail. Of course. I would really like to expand on, and I don't know, I always need to push myself to be creative. I'm not a naturally creative person, I don't think, so that is something I want to try a little bit harder at. Just watch more booktube. This year I've kind of stuck to my favorite booktubers and my friends. In previous years I was always trying to find more booktubers and really expand my horizons, so I would like to get back into that, finding more people and just like different types of people, because I feel like all the same people that I watch at the moment are very similar, and you know, obviously they have similar reading tastes to me, otherwise I wouldn't really want to watch them as much, but I do like to watch people that have different reading tastes too. So yeah, I just need to just have like a set time once a week or so, just to be able to sit down and watch booktube, or like multitask and watch it, because often I will put an audiobook on instead when I'm multitasking instead of putting on a video, whereas in the past I would definitely put a video on. So I would like to do that as well as reading, you know. I got rudely interrupted by getting a call from my uni, so that wasn't great, but I finished the video, so that's fine. I just hadn't ended it, so hi, I'm ending it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what are some of your booktube or reading goals. I'm really excited to see other people's, and maybe I can take them on myself as well. I don't want to like overload myself, but at the same time I just want these things in the back of my mind, so I'm like making conscious decisions and efforts to do something good for myself. So yeah, I wanted to get that out there, put physical proof out into the world of the goals that I'm thinking of for next year. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Let me know what yours are, and I shall see you in another video. Bye!